What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the collective new moon solar eclipse in Virgo energy that is happening on, well, let me rewind. The moon slips into Virgo on September the 20th, and the solar eclipse actually happens on the 21st. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and create this video while I'm in a new location for the week. So for the most part, enjoy the new setup, well, not the new setup, but the new scenery, I guess. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So what I'm gonna do is just do a message for the collective in regards to this solar eclipse that is happening in Virgo. Now, for those of you that don't know what a solar eclipse is, it's basically a new moon on steroids, or a lunar eclipse, which is a full moon on steroids. Just think of it in that way. So if you've been feeling a little bit off, that's why, because the moon is currently in an eclipse cycle. We are currently in eclipse season. I've been saying this all month. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. But let's go ahead and get the messages for you guys. So what is the message I can give to the collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on the 21st of September 2025? September 21st, 2025. What is the message I can give in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on September the 21st, 2025? And also, I do want to mention that we did have I think we had a solar eclipse in Virgo last year. So if you can remember what happened around that time during the solar eclipse in Virgo, that can give you a general idea of how this may go for you. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyways, what is the message I can give to the collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on September 21st, 2025? What is the message I can give to the collective? Give me a clear-cut message I can give to the collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on September 21st, 2025. What is it that the collective need to hear? Okay, I hear 3 more shuffles. What is it that the collective need to hear in regards to this new moon in Virgo solar eclipse that's happening September 2025. So one more card shuffle and 3. All right. I'm gonna fix you up a little bit better so you can see. All right. What's coming up for the collective in regards to this solar eclipse that is happening? Communication, fast action, something that restores optimism or hope in a situation. What's coming up in regards to this solar eclipse? Okay. What's coming up in regards to this solar eclipse in Virgo? Okay. 2 of Swords. Okay, so I think you're thinking quickly, or the energy of the solar eclipse is ushering in you releasing things. I mean, that makes sense. You pulled the Empress reverse as well as the 6 of Pentacles reverse, so it seems as though you're no longer going to be working on something, and it seems as though you're going to be you're going to move on from indecision. I think you're like more so like taking inventory on what it is that you need to work on and what it is that you don't, and you're taking mental, like you getting some type of mental clarity right now. Let's see what's coming up. What's this? Oh, actually, hold on. What's this Knight of Swords about? What's this? 2 of Wands. It seemed like you may be getting a lot of like messages during this solar eclipse or during this solar eclipse cycle. 3 of Wands reverse. Yeah, I think you're keeping your options open. I think you're recognizing that like the paths or the things that you were hell-bent on is no longer sustainable for something to work out for you. So I think you're actually seeing the options that you have in front of you versus like the things that are not working. So I'm sensing that, let me see, why the Empress reverse? Yeah, oh yeah, you're ending cycles where you weren't growing, where you weren't moving forward in situations where you're supposed to thrive. And I think it's like sudden clarity that's coming through for you guys, like some type of epiphany, like shit, damn, I didn't know I was wasting energy in this aspect of my life. So let me go ahead and focus my energy somewhere else. And you're recognizing that you have options. You're recognizing that you have more choices than you think you do. Oh, the Six of Pentacles reverse here. King of Swords reverse, Four of Swords. I also sense that you're going to be pulling back your energy as well as resting. And whatever it is that you're considering, it's like you're pulling back your emotions, or you're pulling your emotions out of the situation. And I think you're closing yourself off during this time. I mean, rightfully so. The energy of the solar eclipse is very powerful. So it's gonna cause a lot of people to possibly just withdraw and like stay in their lane for a little bit, especially if you don't know what energies are in store for you. But I do sense that there's sudden clarity coming through for you, where it's like you are seeing your options. You're seeing things a bit more clearly in regards to like the multiple pathways open to you. Why the Death card here? What's ending? You're following your intuition. You're following your intuition in regards to the endings that is transpiring in your life, and it's causing you very great like emotional satisfaction. I think it's restoring emotional balance. It's restoring emotional, like, just restoring something within you. I don't know what it is. It just seems as though like you're becoming renewed, like reborn. Because the Death card is ruled by Scorpio, and it's called like, it's like death and rebirth. So I think you guys are going through a rebirth during this time. And with this rebirth, it's literally allowing you to start over anew. So if anything, whatever it is that is coming into your life, just take the time out to rest and pour into yourself and follow your intuition, because it won't lead you astray. It won't lead you astray. You won't be confused. It will be clear cut. So that's the first message. I guess I'll go ahead and do another message. Usually I just try to do one message, but that one was straightforward. Do another message. Okay. What is another message I can give to the collective in regards to the solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on September the 21st, 2025? What is the message I can give to them? What is the message I can relate to them so they can better understand what energies surround them, or what messages they need to hear in regards to this solar eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring on September 21st, 2025, what it is that they need to know. What it is that they need to know. Also, a message that is also coming to me is like the things that are crashing down. When you look through the rubble of the stuff that is crashed down, you start to recognize things that you forgot about, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if you probably forgotten about some type of talent or some type of skill that you had a while ago, but it's like you buried it deep inside of you, but then something happens to where it reminds you of this certain thing that you used to do, or this thing that like is something that you used to do that may be coming back around to remind you like you're recognizing your skill sets in some situation, if that makes sense. So it seemed like you're being reminded of some type of your skills. What's another message I can give to collective for those that did not resonate with the first message? What's the message I can relate to the collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that's transpiring on September the 21st, 2025? What is another message I can give to them? What's another message I can give to the collective in regards to this new moon in Virgo solar eclipse that's transpiring on September 21st? More shuffles, okay. 1, 2, 3, okay, and oh. Yeah. 4, okay. What is another message I can give to collective in regards to the solar eclipse in Virgo that's transpiring on September 21st, 2025? And I sense that you're not you're not wasting your time. What's coming up for the collective? Like, what message I can give to collective? More Pentacles reverse. I think you're... Let's see. What's coming up for the collective? What's another message I can give to collective? One card, please. I'll show you one card. Let me see. This one came up. Cool. Okay. Yeah. And I think you're getting out of situations where, or you're not given a second chance to situations where you felt chained to it. I think like whatever it is that you were chained to, it was not really leading to emotional fulfillment. It wasn't leading to the happy prospects that you wanted. So I think you're taking your time out to like really move on from situations during this time. With the Judgment reverse, it means something is not coming back up. Something is not being revived. Something that was possibly toxic, or something that was not, or something that you was obsessed with. It's like you probably had obsessive like thoughts in regards to this situation, or you probably had like, you just was not, you felt restrained, if that makes sense. You felt trapped to a situation, but I think you're finding a way to free yourself out of those situations where you felt trapped to, and you're not reviving situations where it takes away your freedom. Why the Judgment card reverse here for? You're wrapping things up. Anything that takes away your freedom, anything that take your personal autonomy, you're wrapping those things up and you're releasing those things, and you're like, yeah, you're no longer fighting it. You're no longer having to feel as though you have to defend yourself or defend your freedom. And it's like, behind doing that is like you're starting a new cycle where you feel more confident, you feel more in your power, and you feel more in your control. And you're opening yourself up to situations where you can have that equal give and take, because it's prospects that's actually is supposed to pour into you, not stuff that is unnecessarily pouring to you. Like, you know, it just seems as though you're opening yourself up, or you're freeing yourself from situations in order to start a new cycle behind closed doors. Let's see, why the devil here? Yeah, you're releasing this burden. Whatever it is that you were chained to, collective, it literally took, like, how can I put this? It literally took something from you that it felt as though like you could not get, something that was deep inside, something that like really brought a sparkle to you, to your eye. It seemed as though whatever it is that took that away from you, you're releasing that. You're releasing it. Why the Fool here? What's that for? Six of Wands reverse. Where you didn't feel like you were being seen, where you felt as though you weren't like really you weren't confident, where you felt as though like you weren't getting the things that you desire. You're moving on from those situations. You don't see me, fuck you. I'm gonna move on. You don't give me the attention that I need, fuck you. Go to hell. I can shine, like I can do bad all by myself is what I get here. It's like you're recognizing that like you're not stuck to anything, and you recognize that like your power in a situation, like you're regaining back your strength, and you recognizing that like you have a choice. I've said this multiple times in the past few weeks in regards to the weekly readings in certain signs. It's like where you felt as though like, don't ever think that you don't have a choice. You always have a choice. You don't have to stay stuck in something if you don't want to. You have the option to let it go. You have the option to stick with it. You have the option to figure it. You have every choice that you make. So don't let a situation make it seem as though like you don't have nothing to, you don't have no options. You have options. That just like the previous spread, you recognizing that you have options. You recognizing that you have choices. So whatever choice that you make, just understand that it's your personal choice to make. Point blank. So you're recognizing your power. You're recognizing your vitality in a situation. And you're no longer letting this situation weigh you down like it did. You're really regaining back your freedom in a situation where you once felt as though you didn't have it. It's like you're, that's probably what I was picking up on. It's like you're like recovering your freedom. You're recovering like aspects of yourself that was once hidden. Something that was hidden, or something that was like taken away from you in some way, shape, or form. Like it wasn't taken away, but it was just buried. because it was probably something that was like making you feel as though it wasn't worthy of being seen or wasn't worthy of being like accepted. I don't know why I keep getting that. Why the world me? Yeah, you're ending cycles where you felt emotionally unfulfilled in order to regain a new. Why the 10 of Wands? 9 of Cups. Yeah, things that are not wish fulfillment, you're moving on. Clearly, collective, the message is repeating itself. You're moving on from situations that made you feel as though you had no choice or you had no options. You had, like, you don't have freedom of speech. Like, yeah, this, I don't know if you hear those sirens, but I think that's confirmation right there. But anyway, just recognize that, like, you have more out there. Like, the world is your oyster, collective. You don't have to settle for scraps. You don't have to accept anything that does not necessarily resonate with you. And you don't have to bury parts of yourself just to fit in. Like, make your own lane. Start looking into pathways where you actually can shine. Start putting yourself in places where you actually feel more seen and more comfortable to be who you are and to, like, really live out that part of you that wants to come back out or wants to come out and live. Because one thing that I will say is that, like, no, as much as you try to hide certain aspects of yourself, there's also, it's only a matter of time until that catch up with you and it starts to, like, literally fuck with you in the end. Like, it's gonna keep popping up until you actually accept it. So just accept that part of you and allow yourself to be free. Free yourself from feeling as though you have to like cover yourself up, or like you have to like not be who you are, is what I get. This was the message for the whole month of September. Be who you are for your pride. Like, this the message. You have a choice. That's the name of that's the message. You have a choice. You have options. There's more out there for you than what you gave yourself. There, you have more cards than what you were dealt. Don't think that you're limited in options, collective. That's what I get for that second message. Okay, lastly, let's go ahead and do an advice portion. So basically, this is where, like, what is the best thing you can do during this time, during the solar eclipse? Of course, resting is one of them, but it's basically like, what is the primary thing that you may need to hear or something that you need to do during this eclipse season? So what messages I can give to the collective in regards to advice on what they should do during the solar eclipse in Virgo? Like, what is the best thing they can do during the solar eclipse in Virgo? What is the message I can give to the collective? Clear, straight to the point, something that is understood and something that can help them out during this time. What messages I can give to the collective, advice in regards to this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo? What is the advice I can give to the collective in regards to this? What is the advice I can give to them? Let's see. What's the advice I give to the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo? What is the advice I can give to the collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse? One. Okay. 2. 3. Okay. What is the advice I can give to the collective in regards to this eclipse? Yeah, stop lying to yourself. Living your truth. Stop lying to yourself. Get real with yourself. This Virgo, this eclipse in Virgo that is transpiring is urging you to be who you are, to stop lying to yourself and stop lying to your calling. Whatever this is, it's urging you to, like, really break free of feeling as though you have to hide yourself, or feeling as though you have to you can't get what you want. Like, stop thinking, or stop selling yourself short, is what I get. Yes. Walk away from this type of shit. You're burning yourself out playing a caricature that it does not exist or does not resonate with you. You're burning yourself out. You see how the star card is peering behind this? But you walking away will allow you to shine, will allow you to find your place, will allow you to be like, to show your inner superstar, collective. So don't allow yourself to fall victim to feeling as though like you have to overwhelm yourself or you have to play these roles that you don't want to play. You have a choice. If you don't want to play this role, don't play the fucking role. You're not obligated to stick with something or to stick with a certain role that you felt as though you need to play in order to get something. You can get exactly what you want by being who you are. You can get exactly what you want by allowing your gifts to show. Whatever the universe, God, the angels, whatever you believe in, they gave you these gifts to show. They gave you these gifts to like shine and to give to share your messages, share your light to the world authentically. Why did Ten of Wands here? Yes. You're not allowing a cycle to end. Like, get out of this cycle. Release this cycle because it's going nowhere at all. Like, you pulled the Knight of Pentacles reverse and the Wheel of Fortune reverse. You're blocking your blessings by doing this type of shit, collective. Wake the fuck up. It's not getting you anywhere. You putting this shit on your plate is not getting you anywhere, collective. How can you celebrate if you're burdening yourself? How can you really see the progress if you burden yourself or you're blinding or you playing a role? It's oh so long you can go with playing a role until that shit actually blow up in your fucking face. Stop. Stop. That's basically the message I get. Stop selling yourself short, collective. So if anything, Virgo, take this message. Release any caricature that you thought you need to play. Release any caricature that you felt as though you need to take along with you in order to receive something. Because the blessings that await you by releasing any type of false narratives that you had will be open to you once you release those false narratives. So that's what I get for the collective here for this solar eclipse in Virgo. The messages kept repeating, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of like all over the place because I just got got back from a concert. So in any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. And stay safe during the solar eclipse because a lot of crazy shit happens during this time.